25/8 is in the business of time. We help leaders of small and medium-sized businesses work smarter, not harder, so they feel like they have an extra hour in the day and day in the week. Go from don't know what I don't know to I can't miss this show, as we talk proven strategies, practical tips and insider insights from a diverse range of industry leaders. Make time to grow your capabilities and confidence with 25/8. When you hear the word investor, you might think of someone in a suit, tracking the stock market, analysing returns, or diversifying a portfolio. But every one of us is an investor every single day, because investment isn't just about money. It's about where we choose to put our time, our energy, our attention, and our resources. Each of these is a currency, and just like financial investing, the returns we get depend on where and how we invest. Welcome to Make Time, where I'm going to help you make better investments this week. I'm your host, Sam, and I'm passionate about helping you and your business thrive by working smarter, not harder. And thanks for joining me in this episode. Every choice you make is an investment, and every day you make choices about what to invest in. You decide where to spend your time, who to give your energy to, what products to buy, what businesses to work with, and what ideas to support. These aren't small decisions, they compound over time. If you want to get fit, but never invest your time in exercise, you won't get fit. If you want to buy something special, but keep investing in smaller things that don't matter as much, it will take much longer to get that something special. It's simple economics. You'll get returns on what you invest in most. Just as with money, you can approach your daily investments in different ways. Some people research and plan, weighing up the best return. Others follow instinct or go with whatever's in front of them. But regardless of how consciously you decide, every investment has a consequence, an outcome, good or bad, that reflects your priorities. Think about your week as your investment portfolio. Where did your hours go? What drained your energy and what filled it? Where did your money flow and what did it fund? Your life today is the sum of the investments you've made so far. The projects, the people and priorities you've consistently given time, money or focus to are the ones that have grown. And what you invest in grows. If you're not getting the results you want, maybe it's not about working harder, it's about investing differently. Here's the truth. One of the hardest places to invest is in yourself. It's far easier to invest in others, in their approval, in their projects, their expectations, than back your own potential. But the return on self-investment is exponential. Research in behavioral psychology backs this up. The self-efficacy theory developed by psychologist Albert Bandura shows that belief in one's ability to influence outcomes directly affects performance, persistence, and results. In other words, when you invest in yourself through learning, coaching, self-care, reflection, you're not just building skills, you're building belief, and belief changes behavior. Each small act of self-investment, finishing a course, setting boundaries, saying no, exercising, journaling, taking a break, compounds. Like compound interest, the growth is slow at first, almost invisible, but over time it becomes powerful. Neuroscientists call this neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself based on what we repeatedly do and pay attention to. Every conscious investment you make in yourself strengthens those neural pathways, making confidence and capability your new default. That's why consistency matters more than intensity. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. You just need to keep investing. Every time you give your attention to something that doesn't align with your goals or values, you're investing in the wrong stock. When you constantly react to notifications, chase other people's priorities, or compare yourself to others online, you're giving away your most valuable resource, focus, time. There's a psychology concept called flow, and that is the idea that where attention goes, energy flows, and where energy flows, results grow. If your attention is fragmented, your energy and results will be too. That's why being a conscious investor starts with awareness, asking yourself, is this a worthy investment of me? You can't control every circumstance, but you can control where you place your attention and how you respond. That's the ultimate act of reclaiming your power. James Clear, in his book Atomic Habits, writes that if you get 1% better every day for a year, you'll end up 37 times better by the end of it. That's compounding. Small, consistent investments in yourself, even tiny ones, multiply over time. Spending 10 minutes reflecting on your goals, 1 hour learning something new, or one morning exercising doesn't seem like much, but together they form the foundation for transformation. It's not the big dramatic decisions that change your life most. It's the micro investments you make in yourself every day, the quiet, repeated votes for the person you want to become. Those are the investments that pay the biggest dividends. Daniel Kahneman and Richard Thaler have long shown that most of our decisions aren't rational, they're emotional. We invest based on how something makes us feel now, not how it will serve us later. That's why short-term comfort often wins over long-term growth. We scroll instead of study. We say yes instead of setting boundaries. We stay busy instead of being strategic. Becoming a conscious investor means pausing before you spend your time or energy and asking, is this aligned with my long-term return? The most successful investors in money or life aren't impulsive, they're intentional. They play the long game. And there's power in collective investment too. This principle doesn't just apply to individuals, it scales at a societal level where we all invest collectively shapes the world that we live in. Every purchase, every subscription, every job you take, every business you support, those are all votes of confidence. You're funding values, systems, and people. If you invest in businesses that don't align with your ethics or community values, you're effectively funding the continuation of what they do. If you withdraw your investment, your attention, your time, your money, they eventually have to change or disappear. Look at Spotify's recent controversy with artist royalties. Subscriptions are being cancelled and artists are leaving. It sends a really clear signal. Consumers are investors too. And when investors walk away, growth is stalled. And this isn't just about boycotts or activism. It's about recognizing that every dollar, every hour, and every endorsement is a powerful act of investment. When we invest in ourselves, our communities, and the things that matter, the return isn't just personal, it's collective. Investing your energy in learning, growing, and connecting builds capability. Investing in local businesses builds local economies. Investing in companies that care about people and the planet strengthens the systems we all rely on. The more we invest in what's good for people and the planet, the more those things thrive. The more we invest in what drains us or exploits others, the more those things grow too. It's not complicated economics, it's human economics. So today, ask yourself, where am I investing my time, energy, and attention? What am I expecting in return? And am I actually getting it? Do my investments align with the kind of world I want to live in? What would change if I invested 10% more in myself, my growth, my health, my clarity this week? Being an investor isn't just about wealth, it's about awareness, knowing that every moment is a transaction that shapes our shared future. We all have power through what we invest in, and when we invest wisely in ourselves, in others, and in the greater good, the return is a world that thrives. So, where will you invest this week? And if you're ready to invest in yourself and your business, join the next cohort of the Next Level Growth Program. Details in the show notes. Thanks for listening to Make Time, a business podcast by 25/8. If you like the show, Please take a moment to write a review and feedback on what you'd like to hear next. If you never want to miss an episode, hit subscribe or follow on your favourite listening channel. If you want to get even smarter, join our newsletter, community, or take one of our programs. Links down below. See you next time.